much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Da 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 da. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, too on the lonely nights. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray. Oh, pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby. Let me love you. Thank you. We are the Last Note Singers. We're the Front Porch Singers. One more? All right, let's do one more. Well, if you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me, bring your sweet lovin', bring it on home to me, yeah, 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 yeah. I know I laughed when you left, but now I know I only hurt myself. Oh, bring it to me, bring your sweet loving, bring it on home to me, yeah, 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 yeah. I'll give you jewelry and money too, and that ain't all I do for you. Oh, bring it to me, bring your sweet loving, bring it on home to me, yeah, 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 yeah. You know I'll always be your slave until I'm buried in my grave. Oh, bring it to me, bring your sweet loving, bring it on home to me, yeah, 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 yeah. I'll try, you know I'll try to treat you right, but you stayed out till the night. Oh, bring it to me, bring your sweet loving, bring it on home to me, yeah, 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 yeah.
Did that? Yes, that did work. Thank you, Jason. Good morning. And what a wonderful way to start a Sunday service. These three people are the Front Porch Singers. And so welcome to Althea. It's a beautiful sunny day today. My name is Rick Kitzman, and I'll be your MC/host for today. Do we have any first-timers today? One. Welcome. Oh, Somebody give that person a flower so that we know to welcome him. Thank you. So that we know to welcome him, make him feel as welcome as possible. And hopefully you will give us your email address so we can inundate you with spam, with our newsletter, and so that you can keep in tune with what's happening here. And lunch today is on us, so present that and enjoy a wonderful, healthy lunch today. All right. Let's start with an opening prayer. So if you would please just get as comfortable as possible in your own way and just focus on breathing and on that breath that animates each and every one of us in such a unique way. And it is when we focus on that breath always, every time, that we come in tune with that sweet voice within each and every one of us, our direct connection to the divine. For there is only one, and it goes by any name and every name. And each in our own way, we have such a unique, individualized connection. And whether you call it God or Buddha or Henry Hassenpfeffer or whatever, or nature, or spirit, one mind, the great spirit, it is oneness. It is oneness. And so I know each and every one of us, what did it take for us to get here today? And what has our past week been like? What do we have to look forward to next week? But for now, we simply engage with that divine energy that rejuvenates every single cell of our being and body. And each of us is here for a purpose, for a reason. And in some way, I know for me personally, it is a way to be part of a bigger whole, W-H-O-L-E, to be part of something bigger and grander, to allow me to add to that big picture. And I know each and every one of you and each and every one on this planet has a path and has gifts to give. And so it is with a heart filled with gratitude that I know that there is this divine perfection right here, that we are connected to each other right here in this room, always, always. And that connection is always there, with access in a moment's notice. And so, thank you so much for everyone here. Thank you so much for this beautiful sanctuary. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for that Colorado sky. And whatever we have coming to us, and whatever stresses we've had in the past, or that we think we'll have in the future, we let them go. We let them go. We just simply inhale and exhale them out of our minds, out of our bodies, and relax in the knowingness that all is perfect and all is well. In this moment that is filled with divinity, with companionship, and with love. And so it is. Amen, amen, amen. I feel rejuvenated already. So this is the time that we do our statement of being, and then we'll have a reading from Reverend Mimi Bergen. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with this, this is an acknowledgement to the foundation and to the founders of Althea Center, which was originally known as the First Divine Science Church. And the women who helped found this beautiful sanctuary over 100 years ago, this is to honor them, for we are the inheritors of their consciousness and their love and their dedication. And if you don't know it, just follow along. I usually mess it up myself, so I should know this. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. We are individualized expressions of God and are ever one with his perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. Mimi?
Love After Love by Derek Walcott. The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, "Sit here, eat." You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another, who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit, feast on your life.
Thank you, Reverend Mimi. So would you like to hear the Front Porch Singers again? I think so. Let's welcome them back. So they are a toe-tapping band, and their niche is that I think they can play just about anything. That's quite a niche. And they've been together for about a year and a half. They were featured at Swallow Hill Music in Denver. So please welcome once again the Front Porch Singers. They'll get our toes a-tapping.
Test.
Strapped on.
You can dance every dance with the guy that gets you the eye. Let him hold you tight. You can smile every smile for the man that held your hand beneath the pale moonlight.
But don't forget he's taking you home, and in his arms you're gonna be. So darling, say the last dance for me.
Oh, I know that the music's fine, like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun.
Yes, I know.
Laugh and sing, but while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone.
Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I will never ever let you go, 'cause I love you oh so much.
You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go.
You can dance,
If he asks,
yes.
and you're all alone, if he take you home, you must tell him no.
But don't forget who's taking you home, and it's all you're gonna need. So darling, say the last dance for me. So darling, say the last dance for me. Whoa, 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 save the last dance for me. I don't wanna be the kind to hesitate, be too shy, way too late. I don't care what they say the lovers do, I just wanna dance with you. I've got the feeling that you have a heart like mine, so let it show, let it shine. If we have one chance to make one heart of two, I just wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you, twirl you all around the floor. That's what they intended dancing for. I just wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you, hold you in my arms once more. That's what they invented dancing for. I just wanna dance with you. I caught you looking at me when I looked at you. Yes, I did. Ain't that true? You won't be embarrassed by the things I do. I just wanna dance with you. Oh, the boys are playing softly and the girls are too. So am I and so are you. If this was a movie, we'd be right on cue. I just wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you, twirl you all around the floor. That's what they intended dancing for. I just wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you, hold you in my arms once more. That's what they invented dancing for. I just wanna dance with you. That's what they invented dancing for. I just wanna dance with you. I wanna dance with you, hold you in my arms once more. That's what they intended dancing for. I just wanna dance with you. I just wanna dance with you. I just wanna dance with you.
There's prettier sounds anywhere in Colorado today. Thank you, and we'll hear from them again. Before I move on to introducing our speaker for the day, I just want to mention the altar that's down here in the front of the stage, so lovingly put together by Barbara Vale. And for those of you who would like, at a Sunday service, bring something that you would like to be blessed, a token of someone you knew, or representative of a project, or something you want to let go of to absorb the energy from this beautiful sanctuary today and every Sunday. So that is what that little table is for. Do remember to take it home with you, though, at the end of the service. All right, it's time for our speaker for today, Christopher Maier. Rumi sees being human, Rumi was the poet from long ago, as a guest house where all guests will be welcomed. And that is not possible so long as we take ourselves to be just one of the guests. So drawing on his decades of spiritual quest, Christopher Maier can help us find the one. He is a licensed professional counselor, and his professional life has braided together many years as a writer, storyteller, and flamenco dancer. I think we need to see a demonstration of this. He is a speaker and a workshop leader, and he was here during some of Althea's transitional years as a leader of workshops, 2012 to 2015. So he is a well experienced with Althea. So please welcome Christopher Maier.
I would like to dance with you. What a great lead-in. Oh, that's wonderful. One of the treats of being born as a human being is we get to dance with each other. So, this being human. I'm tempted to not use the mic, but I probably should. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. So momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome. Entertain them all. So I don't know how that lands on you, just the opening 4 lines of this poem, but I remember sometimes I would just read those 4 lines and there's just warmth would come out of my heart as I thought, could it be that I am the beloved guest? And it would make me think of times when a new romance or a new best friend had showed up. And I just felt this thrill of, oh my gosh, they want to know everything about me. And there's so much all of a sudden that was ready to share itself. And I was thrilled. And I think that's maybe the first reading or way of receiving this poem that I hope you get. It reminds me of what happened when I was 30 years old, when I had a complete shift in consciousness and it was the end of a very intensive 6-day training, and all of me suddenly felt so welcomed here that my personality just relaxed. And for many inner work schools, Gurdjieff schools, Sufi schools, the idea is that we are both essence and we are a personality. And the personality is nothing other than essence that has gotten solidified, has gotten structured. But when your personality relaxes, when it completely is at ease, all you're left is to float in the place that got those Brooks sisters, Althea and Fanny and Nona and Kramer, Melinda Kramer out in California, and all of them were so touched by this place. And my sense is that's what I was experiencing when I was 30. It was like everything is blessed, everything is holy. And it was tremendous. And then a month later it was gone. And I went back to being a personality, the one in charge, the ego, the CEO of myself. And that's okay, I was used to that. Except once that chime of awakening rings in you, it will never go completely quiet. And so I would see myself living with such friction. And actually, I began living with what I would call a Genjo koan. In Soto Zen Buddhism, they say koans are these insolvable riddles that you cannot solve with your ordinary mind. Like, we all know the sound of 2 hands clapping. What is the sound of 1 hand clapping? Well, that's a formal koan. But Soto says you don't need to have one of those. If you really pay attention to your love life, if you really pay attention to your relationships, to how you deal with money, with work, you will come upon a riddle that you cannot solve. My riddle for the next 37 years was, how could I know what I know? I know not from hearing it. I know it from direct experience. How could I know this and yet still live the way I live, with all this friction within and without? I began reading Rumi around this time, and I'd read one of his poems that would be just like a transmission from this world, and the chime would ring again in me, but it was not strong enough to transport me back to that place. And so it became actually even frustrating sometimes to read Rumi. And I would read a poem like this, and I'd begin to, argue with it, dialogue with it. This being human is a guest house. Yeah, I can see that. A joy? Oh, please. A depression? No, thank you. A meanness? I've dedicated my life to not ever be the sort of meanness that I grew up around. And then Rumi goes further. After he says, welcome and entertain them, he says, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house clean of its furniture. And I would say, I'm sorry, Mr. Rumi, Reverend Rumi, but you don't know what the next 7.5 centuries of violence will bring. And so, but Rumi's right there. He says, still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. It's Rumi being a little seductive. He winks at you. Maybe, Put up with this and you don't know what it will lead to. And then he says, the dark thought, the shame, the malice. Greet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, for each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Wow, what a vision. And if you're like me, and you think, yeah, that's right, that's kind of how reality is, or at least should be, well, then you're left with this other sort of dark thought. But if I can't get there, if I don't live there, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm just not spiritual enough. Ouch, that's a painful place to live out of. And as someone who's had a spiritual psychotherapy practice for many years, I can let you know a lot of people in the Mile High City are living in that room of hell. I know, but I just can't. Why don't I? Very painful. So, one reason I made an exception, I don't usually go out on Sundays or just go up to the mountains, but I thought, no, I need to make an exception and give this talk, accept this invitation, because just in the last 6 months, my koan got solved, or maybe just dissolved. And it came through a new lens I got of the human being, just slightly different from how I had been seeing us, how I'd learned as a transpersonal psychologist to see spirit and soul and all this. And that new vision came from a spiritual psychotherapy called internal family systems by a great psychologist named Dick Schwartz. Now, the briefest summary I can give of IFS is it sees human beings as an ecosystem of parts, aspects of your mind, each who has a different view of what it needs to help you. Each is your advisor. The problem is these, just like members of a family, the hardest thing for members of a family to get along with each other, our internal family will never come into harmony until the true leader, the true self, Buddha nature, whatever you want to call it, is in leadership. Because only that is the host, and it's only the true host No parts can welcome all the guests. All the parts have opinions about the other guests. But the true host can love all of you. Why not love all of you? Can't you see that all parts deserve love and need love? All parts are dying for love. Even the stinkiest parts that you least like. Clients come to me and it's always like they think I could do something like an appendectomy. If you could just kind of get rid of this part, just take, I don't want it. Dick's new book, just out a month ago, is called No Bad Parts. And that's an astonishing thought. No bad parts? Oh yes, there are parts that create chaos in you. And oh yes, there are parts that are creating such damage to this earth and such damage to each other. Yes, there's no doubt about that. So how do you understand these bad parts if they're not in essence bad? They are burdened. They are extreme. They are isolated. They know how much they are hated by the rest of your family. And so they are hidden. And parts that are left out grow ugly. But they're determined. They have some sense that this is what I need to save you. And what are they trying to save you from? The shortest answer is shame. That who you are at your core is not worthy of love and belonging. Thank you, Brene Brown, for that understanding. So, at this moment in reading Rumi's poem, when you think, yes, this is the vision, but I can't do that, what the lens of IFS would do is to approach that part, which you probably are blended with. You think, that's really me. That's myself saying, see, what's wrong with you that you can't live up to this vision? You think that's you. But if you can unblend and see it's just another part, and let that part know, no, sweetheart, you are a guest, and you have no idea there actually is a true host. And so you are acting. I mean, have you ever been there? The host disappears and someone says, could you get more cheese? Where? And, you have to take over. That's what it's like. In family systems, we call this a parentified child. Meaning when you were still very young, there's parts of you had to show up and protect other parts. They had to act like the adult, like the host. And so they changed. And the one who did the best is the CEO of you. So I look back 37 years and I see that what let me awaken was a peace agreement, temporary peace agreement amongst my parts. The life training culminated with an exercise where we had compiled all the resentments we held against ourselves and against life. And at the beginning of the life training, I would, they said, start with your body. And I thought, I love my body. I am a body. What's wrong with my body? I have no resentments against my body. And it took me a while before I could get to the level of honesty, realizing how much I resented my body for being like allergic to everything. And for not being maybe 5 inches taller. I would have loved to have been born 6'2", but my poor mother, So what is then, after you have your list of resentments, what is the payoff for holding yourself in resentment? Well, the payoff is you get to feel like you're in control. You can act politely at a social event like this. And Carl Jung would say this is the major task of the soul for the first, 35 years, or the first half of life. That's what you should be doing, getting it together. Can you make money? Can you figure out how to do some sort of relationships? And then you lose your way in the midst of a dark woods, as Dante would say, and you're ready to go into the second half of life. There's supposed to be that breakdown halfway through. What is the cost, though, of holding these resentments against yourself. And I'll throw that out to you. What has it cost you to live as a house divided against yourself? In terms of sexuality, spirituality, health, spontaneity, creativity, joy. And then we sat with mirrors in our hands. We all had someone to put their hand on our shoulder and support us. And into your own face you confessed all these resentments, what the payoff had been, what it had cost you, and asked for forgiveness. And I thought, that's it. That's the hardest thing, to ask for forgiveness. But the most spiritual moment was what happened next. In the gaze I saw reflected back in the mirror, I saw how complete willingness to forgive me was just right there. There was no grudge. It was like, of course. And that broke my heart open. And that ballroom was filled with puddles of tears as people did this holy work. Remind me of South Africa, the Peace and Reconciliation Commission. Now, as in South Africa, after the Peace and Reconciliation, everything wasn't fine. You still had there was still not a new politic that had been recreated. And same with me. When life came at me in ways I didn't like, I went back to being the CEO, which I thought was who I am, because I was still suffering from the primary source of human suffering. We all suffer from a case of mistaken identity, or maybe more accurately, partially mistaken identity. Who we mistake ourselves is mainly the one that other people could see and reflect back. Oh, there's my strong boy, huh? Oh, there's mama's helper there. Whatever, oh gosh, you're hot. You know, whatever gets reflected back on you. Oh, am I? Oh, well, okay. I mean, whatever, that's who you become. And it's not like it's not you. We are a part who believes is the whole. So, where's that clock that I was going to... Where's the clock? Okay, there it is. So light is in my eyes. Okay. So, I still took myself as that CEO, and the main thing we are as an ego is every impulse that shows up, every guess that shows up, we have to decide, are you good? You know, are you a good witch or are you a bad witch? And then the bad witches, we try to do what we can to get rid of them. We try to throw them away. And I finally, in the last 6 months, understood something I saw at my first Earth Day, 1970, when there was this photograph of all the trash heaps around Los Angeles. And I thought, this is what we throw away. But the sign underneath said, there is no away. As without, so within. You can't just throw yourself away. What can you do? Give me 2 hours and I could... But since I've got maybe 3 minutes, you can enter into relationship. You can begin to honoring all of you. And including all of your questions. I just don't get it. So I'll just give you one quick example. I have a part of me that found out that what I thought was just my telephone counts my steps. And only counts my steps, is always ready to say, you know, yesterday you were taking more steps by this time. And last week was not nearly as much as the week before. Well, that feeds another part of me, really. And so there I was in the middle of the night using the bathroom. And the thought crossed my mind of, oh, wait a minute, I didn't bring my phone, so I won't. I won't get credit for these steps. And I could barely notice that thought because this harsh, cruel voice came in. Oh, come on. You're going to be that petty? You're going to care about missing 10 steps from the bedroom to the bathroom? And then probably the closest to being the manager of the managers spoke up. Hey, guys, we're going to get back to sleep. This is really good. Just calm it. Let's set it aside. Nope. Shut it down. Quiet. Calm. Some of you are nodding your head, so you must have some of the same insanity. Luckily, there was still another place in me that was listening. And I said, wait, wow, this is intense. I have no idea why this would be so intense. And I decided I'd start with the most intense voice, the one saying this was idiocy about me. And when I spoke with it with respect, and I said, clearly, this matters a lot to you. Clearly, something big is at stake, and I don't get it. Could you? It'd say, well, yeah, if you're going to worry about not bringing your phone and getting steps, what are you going to do when the rest of life happens? What are you going to, you could sink down into a depressed, despairing state. And I'm trying to stop that at any cost. It's a slippery slope. And I went, oh, thank you. I see you care for me. And with that acknowledgement, that part just relaxed. It just eased. And then I could go to the more tender, vulnerable little part that kind of said, it'd be nice if we had 10 more steps today. You know, it would be kind of nice. And I said, and what do you believe? If you relaxed about this counting steps, what would I maybe be vulnerable to? And it teared up a little bit and said, well, there are decades of your life when you've been so exhausted that all you can do is lie in bed. And then when nothing you do and no healer you go to does anything, you go into a very dark place. And I don't want you to go back there. And I thought, oh, you too are trying to look out for me. And so they both relaxed, and I was washing my hands at the sink, and I caught my gaze in the mirror. And in that gaze, I heard a full intention. How could I not love everything about you? That was the host. That was the host speaking to all my parts. Is that about a G shape? I'm just gonna wing it. We're gonna hit a note. Oh, sweet honey in the rock song. That this week it occurred to me I could adapt. So I am the one I've been waiting for. You are the one you've been waiting for. You want to try that? Start with I. I am the one I've been waiting for. You are the one you've been waiting for. One time with feeling. I've been waiting for. You are the one you've been waiting for. And I added 2 more parts. I am the guest. I've been waiting. I am the guest. Try that. I've been waiting. It's up there. I am the guest. I've been waiting. 2 counts of rest. I am the guest. I've been waiting. Last part. Down the octave below. I am the guest. I am the host. I've been waiting. I am the guest. I am the host. I've been waiting. So whichever part you want to grab onto, I'll start you with one, we'll do the others, and then we'll stop. Okay. I am the one I've been waiting for. I am the one I've been waiting for. You are the one you've been waiting for. You are the one you've been waiting for. I am the guest. I've been waiting. Waiting for. You are the one you've been waiting for. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Where did you go, Christopher? Oh, well, thank you, Christopher. I wanted to thank you before I read this poem that you selected. When I was asked to read, I wanted to know what poetry might be companions to Christopher's message. And so he sent me two poems, and the first one I read, Love After Love, which is really accepting all the parts and loving all the parts. And this one, I see it as the next step of embracing others in relationship. And we can also look at it as all of our parts. And this is called A Ritual to Read to Each Other by William E. Stafford. If you don't know the kind of person I am, and I don't know the kind of person you are, a pattern that others made may prevail in the world, and following the wrong God home, we may miss our star. For there is many a small betrayal in the mind, a shrug that lets the fragile sequence break, sending with shouts the horrible errors of childhood storming out to play through the broken dike. And as elephants parade, holding each elephant's tail, but if one wanders, the circus won't find the park. I call it cruel, and maybe the root of all cruelty, to know what occurs but not recognize the fact. And so I appeal to a voice, to something shadowy, a remote, important region in all who talk. Though we could fool each other, we should consider, lest the parade of our mutual life get lost in the dark. For it is important that awake people awake, or a breaking line may discourage them back to sleep. The signals we give, yes or no, or maybe, should be clear. The darkness around us is deep.
Thank you, Mimi. Reverend Mimi. Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I think some of my guests have overstayed their welcome. Time to clean house. Ushers, if you would, please grab your baskets. It's time to pass the hat, and a great sign that we are back to getting even more normal. So please open your hearts and share what you can. This is a time for you to show your appreciation for this beautiful sanctuary, for what we do. Yes, of course, we have electric bills and water bills, etc., but what does this place provide you from the heart and for your soul? And we'll get those going around. And while they are going around, I'll just mention a couple of announcements here. We have our membership meeting. This is our second team that is now going to start. That meeting starts at 12:15, so for those of you who are interested, please stick around after lunch, and it's going to be run by our board member, Charlie Foster. If you want to be a part of how we can engage people who come here, how we can make being a member here even more special than it already is, please check out this wonderful group that Charlie's going to be heading. We also have our annual general meeting. Yahoo! Oh, it's going to be a rollicking good time. Come on. Where you can find out all about the past, well, we're going to try to cover maybe a year and a quarter. We'll see. And it's a way for us to really get an idea of where Althea was, where it is currently, and where it's going to go in the future. We will also be voting for a new board member, and if you are interested in that, you can see me. We have our nominating committee, which is going to be approving those people who apply. That includes Barbara Vale. Want to raise your hand? Barbara Vale. Is Katie here today? Katie Kurtz? I heard her laugh. Hard to miss. And is Judy Font here? And there's Judy. So see any one of us if you're interested, and we will get you the application and the information you need. So are you ready? We'll have a wonderful prayer of appreciation from Judith.
To the divine source of all that is present here, now, and forever, we offer gratitude for these many blessings of time, of fellowship, and of support, using our gifts, which all together lift up this center, offering a peaceful space to seek and experience divine love and vision. Amen.
Yeah, that's right.
I am the one you've been waiting for. Yeah, that is going to follow me around today. I love it. Where'd he go? So I'll just do this without notes. I'm Ginny, and one of my tasks here at Althea is to try to work with a team to make these Sundays amazing. I will say that I first saw this lovely lady in the middle when she was the Front Porch Sisters. She's got a couple of brothers now. And they were at Swallow Hill on an open mic night, and they were fantastic and fun, and that's why they're here today. So yay that. But we are trying to make Sundays amazingly interesting, different, very diverse every single time. And I want to tell you guys that normally we would have about 3 times this number of people. We're still coming back from the pandemic. People are out for doing their summer things that they had to put off for the last few months. So as our numbers get bigger and bigger, I think we're going to feel even more energy. But what a great Sunday this is. We have coming up, let's see, I am going from memory here. We have an amazing woman, Cindy Cleveland, a friend of Rick's, who's going to talk to us about our internal guidance system. She's coming up next Sunday. We have Sean Furlong. He's going to talk to us about being more mindful, and not just in the way you think, but in a new way. We have Alice Brink coming up. We have Betty Hart, who has almost 1 million views on her TED Talk. Go check her out, Betty Hart. She is fantastic. We have a female guitarist who's going to join us, so lots of new music, great things. Please invite your friends and family and neighbors, and there will just be more good stuff to come. Thank you, Rick.
All right, thank you. Pretty amazing what we've been doing here, what everyone has been pitching in and doing. It's really been a community effort. Amen. So just a few more announcements, and then we will have a closing prayer from Nancy Driver, and then we will have some more music to end our wonderful service with. You know now about the annual general meeting, about the membership meeting. Let's see, what else? Sarma. Where's Sarma? Sarma would like to say a few words about volunteers. Or a lot of words about volunteers, I don't know.
Just a few words. So I'm Sarma, and I'm the volunteer coordinator, and I need more of you to coordinate. So especially now that we're doing lunches, that opened up at least 4 new positions. And there's cashiers, there's dining room setup, there's dining room cleanup, there's the kitchen cleanup, and most of all, and the most fun, is food prep. But that means you have to come at 9 a.m. and you get to work with Chef Carrie, and you get to learn all kinds of stuff. Sometimes we dance, sometimes we talk, but we do a lot of chopping. So if there's anybody who's a foodie and would really like to do this, please come see me. Next Sunday, I really have an opening. So please come and I'll be happy to coordinate you. Thank you.
So don't disappoint Sarma, okay? We love her. So just very quickly, our classes and offerings are on the back of your program, but just to go through them real quickly, we have a gong bath on the 25th, which is a ritual where you, through the vibrations of different instruments, they can really move your soul. You can write about your supernatural journey with a 6-week course by Zach Kopp. Mariposa, First Wednesday Diversity Dialogue. That is going to be on August 4th from 6 to 8:30. Did you want to add anything, Tim? Or okay, all right. Please check that out. They're going to be showing a 2003 documentary, Brother Outsider: The Life of Bayard Rustin, and then there will be a discussion. It's a great time for socializing as well. Our Community Connections meets every Thursday morning at 11 a.m. and all are welcome. That is a Zoom meeting. I think, Nancy, where are you? Come on up. We're going to be ready here for a closing prayer in just a minute. So I want to extend thanks to everyone here, all our volunteers, to Susan and Sarma, and thanks to Jason for his wonderful work with our sound here, even though it gives us some pops and fits. He does a great job. Daryl, Aaron, all of our greeters, the front porch singers, Nancy, our reader, Reverend Mimi, oh my gosh, everybody. Susan, oh, I already said Susan. All right, thank you so much, and now we'll have a closing prayer with Nancy.
Let's just close our eyes and breathe in the breath of life. And as we breathe in the beauty of water, let's just imagine that beautiful drop of rain as it comes from the clouds and falls into a nearby creek. And as it flows down the creek and joins a stream, it sometimes finds itself in the eddies and goes round and round. And I know that in our lives, just as Christopher was talking about, sometimes we get stuck in the eddies and we embrace it and we love those eddies in our lives. And as that drop of water keeps traveling down into the rivers, sometimes it's in the rapids and moves so briskly, so fast, and so turbulently. And yes, that is part of our lives too. And it comes upon a waterfall, and it goes tumbling down the waterfall, and then goes into the peace of just flowing with all of its brothers and sisters. And ultimately, it reaches that ocean and finds that place of being in the oneness of life, being with every other little droplet of water, and it embraces that water. And ultimately, yes, it evaporates and goes back up into the clouds, only to go back into the ecology of life, the ecology of water, that beautiful ecosystem that we all live with. And yes, water is like our lives, in a beautiful circle, in a beautiful expression of all of our parts. And we embrace them, we love them, and we have great gratitude. And we thank you, Spirit. And know that we let this go on the droplet of water, and so it is. Amen.
Oh, thank you. That was beautiful. Two final notes. Our final song is, what is it? Go into the chapel. So please feel free to sing along. And then, I don't know why I always forget this, we have prayer partners today after the service. So any of you need an affirmative prayer, please see Mike with the cowboy hat. He's wearing his white hat today. So check it out. It's a great way to deal with a problem or a gift or anything. And once again, Front Porch Singer.
Hello. Okay. Are you going to sing with us, Daryl? You going to come up and sing? Yeah. You have to clap with us, okay? All right. Please do clap because we are in the chapel, right? 1, 2, 3. Because we're
Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Bum, 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 bum.
Spring is here.
Bum, 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 bum.
Sky is
Bum,
blue.
bum, bum, bum.
Birds are singing.
Bum, 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 bum.
As if they knew.
Today's the day we'll say I do, and we'll never be lonely anymore.
Everybody.
Because we're going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Bum, 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 bum.
Bells will ring.
Bum, 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 bum.
The sun will shine.
Bum, 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 bum.
I'll be
Bum,
his.
bum, 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 bum.
He'll be mine.
Bum, bum, bum. We'll love until the end of time, and we'll never be lonely anymore. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And we'll never be lonely anymore.
Everybody.
Because we're going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love.
in Vegas.
Going to the chapel of love with Elvis. Going to the chapel of love. Okay, we're going to play a little something for you to walk out by.
Oh, okay.
Sing it with us.
Monica's got a strap on
I
the
have to
banjo.
put on my banjo again.
We have to change instruments.
You're supposed to play the
Oh, yeah.
changing instruments.
I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more, gonna study war no more. Well, I had an old hen and she had a wooden leg, just the best old hen that ever laid an egg. Laid laying eggs and then had on the farm, but another drink of whiskey wouldn't do her any harm. Turkey in the straw,